Welcome you all to the another session of microeconomics. Today we will be discussing on indifference curve. So indifference curve, it was formulated or developed by J.R. Hicks and R.J.D. Allen. When we look upon the cardinal approach, of course, we conveyed that when it comes to a cardinal approach, we are measuring the satisfaction in terms of a cardinal numbers. That's what we have conveyed. So when we look upon the reality, of course, as you all know, it is not possible to measure the satisfaction in terms of a cardinal numbers. Instead, we can convey the satisfaction in terms of ranks or in order. So that's what RJD Allen as well as J.R. Hicks conveyed in the ordinal approach. So indifference curve mainly connected with ordinal approach. What is ordinal approach? It is a question we have to consider here. So when it comes to ordinal approach, it conveys the idea that we cannot measure the satisfaction. Instead, we can rank the satisfaction. That's what. So indifference curve, it's a device or tools in order to measure or rank the satisfaction. So actually, when it comes to a ordinal approach, RJD Allen as well as J.R. Hicks, both of them have criticized the cardinal measurement of a utility. That means measuring the satisfaction in terms of a cardinal numbers. Instead, they have come up with a new idea that they have introduced an ordinal measurement of a utility. So according to J.R. Hicks and R.J.D. Allen, utility cannot be measured in quantitatively. Instead, it can be ranked. That's what they have conveyed. So for that, they have come up with a tool that is called indifference curve. So what does it mean by indifference curve? When we look upon the indifference curve, we can define as it is the locus of points of combination of a two goods that give same level of satisfaction to the consumer. The consumer is indifferent over the points on the indifference curve. So what we are trying to say that in the indifference curve, it may have a different combination of a two goods, but still the consumer is getting the same level of satisfaction. So here you can see an hypothetical indifference curve schedule actually. Here you can see that different combination 1 to 8 and two different commodities, that is apple and banana. So in combination 1 to 8, the combination of apple and banana is quite different. So when we consider the first combination, that is 60 unit of apple and 2 unit of banana. So whatever satisfaction the consumer is getting by using 60 unit of apple and 2 unit of banana, the same level of satisfaction the consumer will get at combination A. That means 1 unit of apple and 14 unit of banana. So what we are trying to say with the help of the indifference curve, what we are trying to say is that whatever may be the combination of goods, the consumer is getting the same level of satisfaction in the indifference curve. The consumer has the freedom to substitute apple for banana and vice versa, according to this particular scenario or situation. The consumer select a particular combination based on that particular fruit's price. When the price of apple falls, the consumer substitute apple for banana. So in that way, they can manage. So again, since we are discussing about the indifference curve, of course, we have to see about indifference map as well. So what does it mean by indifference map? So indifference curve map is a family of a indifference curve. That means in that particular diagram, there will be more number of indifference curve will be there. So it indicate all possible preference of the consumer over two commodities. A higher indifference curve shows higher level of satisfaction, as well as lower indifference curve shows lower level of satisfaction. The consumer always, as you all know, the consumer always prefer to have a higher indifference curve to a lower indifference curve. That's what we can say. So indifference map, it is a family of indifference curve. It can be called as indifference map. So when we look upon the properties of the indifference curve, here you can see the properties of the indifference curve. And here you can see the diagram as well. Okay, the diagram for indifference map, as we have mentioned, it is a very good example for indifference map, because in this particular diagram, you can see many number of indifference curve. So for different curves are there. So it is a good example for indifference map. So when we look upon the indifference curve, we can see that it slopes downward to right. Okay, it is convex. Okay, it is a convex shape. It slopes downward to the right. And at the same time, when we look upon the indifference curve, we can see that indifference curve never intersect each other, and at the same time, indifference curve never touches both axes as well. And at the same time, as we have conveyed in the beginning, higher indifference curve shows higher level of satisfaction, as well as a lower indifference curve shows lower level of satisfaction. So these are the major properties of indifference curve. I hope this part is very clear to you. Thank you so much.